Last night on NBC Miami at 11, we revealed a little-known secret at Miami International Airport. Cab drivers living inside their taxis at the airport just to make enough to survive. And tonight, in part 2 of our investigation, NBC Miami's Carolyn Ryan looks at why the cab drivers say getting off the road to nowhere is much harder than it sounds.
Every day, hundreds of cabs swarm around Miami International Airport trying to pick up a fare. The drivers can be known for driving a little too fast, taking us the long way, or not being all that friendly. But perhaps it's the cabbies who are getting taken for a ride.
Like I said, it's a sewage shop in wheels, so we have to do it, you know, we have to survive somehow. I even told...
This is Angela Cruz.
I used to work for American Airlines. After September 11, I started taxi driving because I got laid off.
She works with a couple of local cab associations and fights for the rights of her fellow airport cab drivers.
You don't want to do that?
Cruz says cabbies are working too many hours a day to be making such little money. The amount of money a cabbie makes varies with how many hours he or she chooses to work. Cruz, for example, says she sometimes makes as little as $250 a week.
That's what I have at the end of the week to feed my family.
Avelino Paula's take-home is a bit more.
I make a week like 600, 650, depends.
He also says he works 18 hours a day, 7 days a week.
You work here, right? You work 24 hours.
Yeah.
You sleep here.
Yeah.
That's what they want to know.
Some drivers are losing their homes, their families, and their dignity, forced to live in their cars. An estimated 100 cabbies sleep at MIA at night.
If you go to the bathroom right now, you can see guys showering inside there with a little container of water, or you can see them sleep in their car.
And Cruz says it all comes down to one thing: Miami-Dade County.
I don't know if it's, you know, corruption, racketeering, or it's just simply, I guess, negligence.
The county regulates the taxi cab industry. It can issue citations to drivers for any number of infractions.
If you are going around the airport with the taxi lot closed, that's a $250. If somebody accuses you without proof that you charge $2 extra, that's another $250.
Cruz says they can be cited for just about anything, like not wearing a collar or not being courteous. And she says the tickets are out of hand. On top of the citations, Cruz says cab drivers have to pay the county to have their cars inspected every 3 months. The county charges $38 to inspect each vehicle. The inspections are mandatory. And perhaps the most significant cost of being a cab driver, the leases they pay to the cab companies.
Whenever they decide to raise the lease, we just have to lower our heads and pay.
Drivers pay upwards of $100 per day to lease their cars, paying for their leases, citations, inspections, and gas, and pocketing the little money that is left.
We're human beings, for God's sake. We just want to be treated as human beings.
We requested an on-camera interview with the county's Consumer Services Department, and although no one was available to sit down with us, a spokesperson did provide us with a written statement. When it comes to all those citations that taxi drivers say they are unfairly being issued, the county says it's responsible for protecting consumers and ensuring that cab service meets the needs of the public. It goes on to say that service violations that negatively affect passengers and drivers may result in those citations. Carolyn Ryan, NBC Miami.